Check out the video description for details. Thursday, September 21st, we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about FUNKO Pop. We've got some questions about investing in them, and we're going to look at AMD and get some price points. We're getting a lot of questions about that. So today's show, we're primarily just going to answer those viewer questions. We'll jump right in. Let's talk about FUNKO and their pop figures. We get this question once in a while about potentially investing in them. Now, we love the collectible business, and that's one of the reasons why we invest in GameStop. This question kind of came up because there's some news out of FUNKO where they've introduced 8-bit pop vinyls, which is kind of cool. That's a new take on them. Their sales are very, very good. As you can see, here's the Batman 8-bit vinyl that they're coming out. Now, this isn't new. Other people are doing it. Nintendo has their own 8-bit ones, and then there's the Pixel Pals. So this is their take on it. They look better than other people's take on it, but in any case, you can't invest directly into FUNKO. They're actually a private company, and I'll put the link to all these articles. I'll put them up in the video description. So private company FUNKO is, and they've been talking about an IPO for quite some time now. There's earlier articles on this, and this one is back in January. This one came out where there's speculation of them selling or doing an IPO. IPO would be the way to go, I think, and a lot of good positives in sales and growth. Up to 400 million, up from 200 million. We like their sales. Their growth they're going to be comparative to comic book, the industry, so in graphic novels and things like that. So a lot of positives, big sales numbers with the company. Love to see them go private and really dive in on their P&L statements to see it. But if they went private, it'd certainly be someone we'd look at to invest in. Can't do it, so the way to go is kind of, in our opinion, the strategy, the way we go is with GameStop. They are primarily targeting the collectible business as their turnaround. They have a dividend, so that's who to go with as you wait for FUNKO to come out. That's our play. There's several other ways you can go, obviously, but that's our favorite way of going. Now, the other question we get questions a lot about AMD, and we just did a video yesterday about AMD. It's what the question is. What's the, we talked about this is a great viewer pick in the video, and that it's gone up a ton. The question I'm getting is, where do you buy it at? I want to trade it. I don't want to own it. Where do you buy and sell it at? They're down today. AMD got a big boost recently. We didn't talk about this too much because of a budding relationship with Tesla. So a lot of people sent me this and said, "What do we do? What do we do with AMD? I want to trade it. I want to make some money off it." Tricky with AMD. Let me pull this up so that it's a little bit bigger. We'll draw. Right now, they're on a pretty good run, and they're pulling back. If I were you have to hold a gun to my head and say, what am I going to trade this at? We generally just like to buy and hold. But I've told people I want to do more of trading in this. So let me pull up my tools here, and we'll show you. I'm saying it's going to be around 13 is the pullback. Now I just closed that off. Okay. Technical difficulties all the time. Do I got the right ones in there? Okay, I got my bands up. I got my tools up. Let's take a look at this here. The moving average is settling in right around 13. If they'd closed out today up above the 1350, I would say They're good. They're going to run for a while. But it looks like around 13 is where the average is going to lay at. Let me get the right tool here. Around 13 is where the bounce off point is. So if it closes down today and the stock's been down today, look for it as it creeps towards 13. If it bounces off of 13, if it bounces off the moving average and starts going up, the ceiling will come down a little bit, about 1340. So 13 traded at 1340 is the range I would look at. I don't do that a lot, but that's what I would look for. And then look for them possibly even break above that. You could buy it at 13 if you want to trade it. Look for it to go back above its upper level resistance and maybe make another run. I think it's going to keep running. It's down today because stocks overall are down. There was some big news, and there's a big run going in it. It's just stalled with the rest of the market. So I would expect it to bounce back up off of 13. So to answer the question, 13 is the number. If I was day trading, 13 and sell at 1340. But if I would probably watch it as it crept over 1340, and if it started running up again, I'd hold it just to see where it ran at. And once it started dipping pretty good back down towards 1340, I'd sell it. But you should be able to make a bunch off of the trade, I would say. But it's up 30% plus from viewer pick, so it's done a heck of a run already. But I would buy and own. I buy and own stocks, don't trade them. But you asked the question, so there it is. If you want to trade away, that's what I'd do. That's what I'd look at. So that's it for today's show. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already for the latest investing news for gamers. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again.